Hello and welcome to another Let's Play Heads Up against Sekkei. I think this is our 13th match, not sure. It has been a while, like a week. Last time we played I won the very first one and lost the second one. I don't know how many he wants to play here. I assume he has to go at one point. And I have to eat of course as well and then go wall climbing, so... And it's all about time management. But I did read up a bit more about heads up play. I did do a bit more research, so we'll see how it goes here. And as usual, I hope it goes well. It doesn't matter though, seeing that we're playing for nothing anyway. It's not like we can lose or win money. Check dues, I hate. Something went wrong. Wow, why are blinds so high? Blinds higher? Are blinds always this size? I'm not sure. He calls, we flop 2 pair. We make the standard C bet, maybe it doesn't believe us. Like Jack 10 beats me, kicks me in the groin. Let's just call here and see what comes. The king doesn't make a difference. Like let's raise it pretty steep here. This might be the second hand lost. No, he folds like he didn't have anything there, or maybe I should have just called and gotten more value out of it. I don't know. I could have slow played, like the board on the turn got a bit wet, like a heart would have scared me. I still could have had a good shot. Okay, we'll go... What am I doing here? We'll go higher, like we will represent an ace already. We were the pre-flop aggressor, so we'll do it post-flop as well. He insta-calls. The question is, what does he call here with? The 6 he would call with. We just have an over. He could consider it to be a c-bet, so we'll bet again. He calls, so he obviously has me beat. I'm just gonna check and fold here. Like, he knows he can easily bet here and win it, but like, I have nothing. Even if that was a jack, I probably would have folded as well. Jack 6, terrible hand. 3-8, terrible hand. Maybe I'm folding a bit too much. Jack 10, great hand. And he always insta calls. Like again, do the standard c-bet. He calls. Let's fire another one here. He calls again. We hit a jack. So if he leads out, we obviously call. If he checks, we check. Like the pot is decent size. Yep, he bluffed at it. Good luck with that, bro. We just call with a weak ace. Totally missed. So we're gonna give it up to this stupid c-bet. King 3, king on the button. Always wanna raise, especially if we flop top pair. We'll do a c-bet again, like this is the third time we did that bet size. But this is the very first time we folded to it. Suited king, pretty strong. Terrible flop for it, only one over, fold to the c-bet. Like we can obviously play more aggressive, but he has currently c-bet it 100% of the time. I do know that people have HUDs for that to keep track of it, but I mean, we're just gonna check here. Like we hit a 6. I assume he's on a draw or either slow playing something. He can consider this to be a steal, and he was basically debating in himself, should I re-raise him? He's not gonna call, like he was gonna re-raise me there if he was gonna do anything, but nice. He had pocket aces, I fold as pre-flop. A6, have a gut shot, have a backdoor straight, so we're gonna call. A backdoor flush it is, so now we're gonna bet our backdoor flush. And the jack is a scare card, it's an over card. Why did it go so high here? I still think we call. We make our gut shot, by the way. Let's call and see what he has. Now he had the flush. Like, what are the odds, right? You had the ace yourself. And then that card at the end basically fucks me. Let's go 95. He calls. Doesn't make a difference here. He could have it too. He checks to me twice. Let's see what he does here. Is he going over it? Like, does he really have it too? Does he have queen with a better kicker? Nah, he folded. So yeah, we had the ace there to block the flush, like block a flush draw. We have 2 overs and a flush draw. We still have 2 overs and a flush draw. Like, I'm curious what he's calling here with. And he folds. Like, on the flop, you're basically percentage-wise ahead. If he 3-bets, I fold, but he folded. So that one hand, it cost us a lot. Jack 8 suited, great hand. Get bottom pair. If I call here, he knows I have one of these, or maybe a draw, and he can check it out here. He's gonna continue betting, and now the board just gets really dangerous. I'm just gonna give it up here, like turn and river was a bit too sick. Seems like a bluff, but I can't justify calling it. The bet size was way too high, stuff like that. We hit our deuce. He's gonna lead out on it. I'm gonna raise it up, and this seems like a value 1. He just calls. Another diamond comes. If he leads out, it's a bluff. If he checks, he probably has something, but what does he have here? Nope, he throws it away. So yeah, again the same. This time I had position, like it's the same board as last hand, but or close to, but this time I had position and I managed to take it away. So we have middle pair here, and we're gonna bet it, and he gives it up. Obviously this is turbo, so blinds do go up a bit faster, and you have to be aware about the hands you're playing. Queen 8, sure, I'll see a flop with it. Totally miss. Queen high might be good, but I'm gonna fold it. I think he knows that if I call, I probably have an ace or king, and I can bluff any ace or king after that. 8-7, get bottom pair, gonna see bet. If he leads out, he probably has a 10 or a 7 himself. I will call once. 9 is a bit of a dangerous card. A lot gets there, and we'll check it out. We now have a straight, and we're gonna call here. Like, there's no point in re-raising. There is here though, like a suited ace, pretty strong. He calls. Our ace is probably good, and he gives it up. He knows I have an ace here because I 3-betted him. 7-4, I'll fold, and we're close to even now. Queen Jack, I'll 3-bet as well. Let's see if he calls here. He does. Yeah, why not? We have 10. We have the nuts flush draw. Really dangerous board. Let's overbet it a bit. He insta calls, I have the nuts, so whatever. He probably had a flush himself. No clue which one. I should have folded that hand, by the way. Well, not if you flop good. And he gives it up. So we have the Xsplit here. I'm gonna fold 9 deuce suited. 4-6, I'll fold as well, even if I have the button. Like, just so show something a bit more passivity, or passiveness, like passivity, what the hell, passiveness towards him, so that maybe he does things a bit different. We have Jack here. The 6 doesn't scare us, like he probably has a draw. That scares us a bit more, and he calls us down with pocket threes. King deuce, willing to see a flop. I hit the deuce here, which is really weak, because any overcard could easily have hit him. He probably is calling me with an ace or king, so as long as that doesn't come, I'm willing to call whatever bet he has here. And he had 7s, wow, pretty good hand. The case assumed he was calling with an ace or king there. because he never re-raised me. Like 2-6-6, why would he not re-raise there with that flop? So we flop an open-ender, we're gonna go for 140. And he folds. Pocket tens. So we'll go a bit higher. He calls. 2 overcards come, but we can't play scared. We 3-betted him. Another queen comes. He called me here. He could easily have one of these. Seeing that he called my 3-bet. Yeah, I'll give it up here. The flush comes. So maybe giving a free card wasn't that great. We'll see what he had. He did indeed have the queen there. So yeah, I was correct. So 120, let's go to 150. We do have a strong hand. We have a gut shot here and an over, so we'll continue here. This board easily connects on a lot of places. See what he called us with. He called us with pocket sixes. So if we continued on the 4, we would have won. Jack queen, hit a queen, check, please bet, get full house. Lost a lot of value. He's inclined, like, he's thinking about calling here just because I checked twice to him. That's the only reason why he paused there. King 10, flop middle pair. Dangerous board, hard to continue. 6 doesn't make a huge difference. We'll call that. The 9 is a bit of a scare card, but he had the ace and he actually made 2 pairs, so no wonder he's not giving up. We'll fall to 3, but we're getting like 2-1 now. I mean, we're down 2-1. Basically, yeah, just some really sick boards. 7-8, I want to see a flop. 5 makes me the nuts, but I don't want to pay for a gut shot, especially not if diamonds of 5 is bad. Sure. 3-8 will fold it as well. 10-9 suited, I'll play. I could easily represent an ace here, and he knows it. Like, it's hard for him to continue on a board like this. Actually re-raises me if I shove. I was thinking about shoving, but he calls me with a lot. Like if he has a straight out there. A7, he blindfolded. Okay. Sorry, was a bit distracted there. So he 3-bets me. He has picked up aggression just because he is bigger stack, so we'll 3-bet him here. He just calls. We'll check, hope he bets, and then I shove. So we'll bet here like 550, and he gives it up. Like, he totally missed. He probably had draw heavy hand, like suited connectors. That's why he did that. Jack deuce, I'll fold. I hate jack deuce. Such a bad hand. King 5 on the button, the king. If he 3-bets me here, I'm shoving in his face. Yep. Have fun calling this. I don't know it's light shove, but I can't call there. Even here I'm shoving like we have king 10. It's a bit over aggressive, but I'm just saying, hey man, don't die your aggression. I'm getting tired of it, like 3-betting me, always raising his button, stuff like that. And you can punish people by just over shoving on them. So we'll go to 160 again and hope he 3-bets me once more. He doesn't. Let's continue here. We do have an ace. We still have an ace, like 275. Seems like a heavy value bet, so he's more inclined to fold there. So yeah, he shows so much aggression. Like, I want to punish it, but I just did not have any kind of hands to do so. Jack 6, I'll fold. Pocket queens. Come on, man, pay me. Let's just hope this guy doesn't have a 5 or anything. Like, yeah, he gave up there. He probably didn't have an ace then. He just called because it was a min raise. Again, 175, and he gives up this time. So we're staying about even here. Let's go 450. We have a king. He calls. We hit a king. So we'll continue our story here. If he shoves, I'm obviously calling F top pair. Yeah, let's just shove. And he gives it up. Really now, he gave it up. So again, getting even. Blinds go up again. So great time for me to get really good hands. Let's go to 600. He calls. I can easily represent an ace here, which I do have. He doesn't know, of course. I mean, I picked up an aggression here. So even again, 8-7 I'll fold. King 10 I'll just call, like it's slow playing. We flop an open ender and runner flush. We still don't have anything, but he doesn't know that. We lead out into him twice, which is pretty bad, and then we get a king, so if he bets here I'm obviously calling. The king is probably good. Yeah, he just blindfolded. King 10, so we'll go to like 250 here. It's not a standard min raise, so let's see what he does. He leads out for a small amount, so I'm gonna give it up. That seemed like just value or fiddlebird, like one of the two. We do have king queen, pretty strong two-handed. Flop the king. Like we don't need to protect it here. The king is usually good enough on its own. The fact that it checked is pretty weird, but it's all fine. 8-9 I'll play. We get a cut shot, which I can draw to for free if he just checks. He doesn't. 3-9 I'll fold. Like, I do realize that maybe we should play a bit more aggressive, but he also plays really aggressive most of the time. Ace queen, he folds. Too bad, really strong hand. 5-10 I'll fold. Like, yeah, if you just look at the blinds, they're so high at this point. Like any hand you play, you wanna be willing to commit your entire stack. King 5 I'll obviously call. Yeah, we have an overcard. We have an overcard and a runner flush, so I'm willing to bet it there. And he does give it up. Ace deuce suited, pretty strong. He's thinking about 3-betting here, isn't he? The question is, does he have a pocket or does he have a strong ace? Or maybe just something like king 10 or something. I'm gonna call. We totally miss a flop. I'm curious. I'm just curious what he's gonna do in the turn when I check. Yeah, 700 on a pot of 1000 seems fine. He could easily have a pocket there or a stronger raise. Like I had no clue why I would be betting into him there. So here we have an ace on the button. We still have an ace on the button, so let's continue our story. And he gives it up. Yeah, it's hard to hit hands. So for 120 we get to see a flop with 10-9 and we totally miss the flop. He min bets or half pot bets. King on the button, want to raise. Pretty dangerous board, but we do have top pair here and I want to see where it's at. Jack 9 has me beat, Ace Jack has me beat, he could just have a draw. The deuce isn't gonna make a difference. Like, I think he just has a draw here. I'm gonna shove it in his face. Yep, he just has a draw. He had a strong draw, but he lost with it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for next one.